Quansah and Konsa. Still looking at that pair?
Yeah, two players of interest to Arsenal in this transfer window. We know William Saliba is missing right now. Yes, Arsenal have a number of defensive options, but there's injuries there with Saliba out injured, Timber's out missing for the next few weeks as well. We know Arsenal do maintain an interest. It's been a long-standing interest this summer in Ezri Konsa, but we know there's a significant gap in valuation between what Arsenal are willing to pay, which we think is around £30 million, and what Aston Villa want for him, which is around £60 million, bearing in mind some of the senior figures that have left that club this summer. Jarell Quansah, we reported that exclusively on Friday, that Arsenal had held talks with Bayer Leverkusen around the signing of Jarell Quansah, who's a slightly younger profile, 23 years of age, compared to Konsa, who turns 29 in November. It's our understanding that Bayer Leverkusen do not currently consider Jarell Quansah for sale, but the fact is Mikel Arteta says they want to strengthen in this transfer window. When everyone's fit, there's going to be a massive stockpile of centre-backs and right-backs and left-backs.
But isn't that the point? Why would those two go there knowing that when everyone's fit, they're not going to play?
So, in terms of a right-sided centre-back, it means that they could play there, but also they could play at right-back as well, because Ben White has had his injury issues, so has Jurrien Timber as well. And you'd think the profile of those players, the experience those players have built up, that they'd argue that they could rival both Ben White and Jurrien Timber for that right-back spot. So it makes sense Arsenal signing versatile players. I think if you look at their squad depth and you look at all the options they have at centre-back, all those players can play in every position across the back line, or at least in two positions, apart from Gabriel. But you're not going to dislodge him. He's the best defender in the Premier League right now. So it would make a lot of sense in terms of signing a player who can play in multiple positions. I still think they've got a number of options in that defence. I think they've got the best squad in the Premier League right now. But I think it does show there are probably real concerns around how long William Saliba is missing for. If it was just a few weeks, you'd think they'd get by with the options they have. But clearly, he's going to be missing a few months, it seems.
Miles Lewis-Skelly, talk of him leaving. Surely not.
An unexpected injury crisis at London Colney has forced Mikel Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta into late window emergency mode. With William Saliba nursing a persistent back issue and Jurrien Timber still undergoing managed rehabilitation, Arsenal have opened direct talks for Aston Villa's Ezri Konsa and Bayer Leverkusen's Jarell Quansah. While Konsa has signalled his desire to join the Gunners, a massive £20 million valuation gap stands in the way, and Leverkusen have issued a firm rejection for Quansah. Here is the complete breakdown of how Arsenal plan to solve their backline dilemma before the transfer deadline. The situation behind closed doors at Arsenal is critical. William Saliba's recurring back problem leaves the Gunners dangerously exposed in central defence, while Jurrien Timber's ongoing knee and groin management limits his starting minutes. To make matters worse, Ben White has been playing through fitness struggles at right back. Arteta's tactical system requires hybrid defenders who can seamlessly switch between central defence and right back to support Gabriel Magalhães. The 28-year-old England international has informed Aston Villa of his desire to test himself in North London. However, Villa holds strong leverage with a contract through 2028 and refuse to drop below their £60 million price tag. Arsenal are structuring a secondary offer exceeding £50 million plus performance add-ons to bridge the gap. The Quansah situation. Arsenal reached out to Leverkusen following Quansah's stellar Bundesliga debut season. However, head coach Carlos Martinez views the former Liverpool defender as an irreplaceable core component of their back three, immediately closing the door on an exit. While the central defence remains in flux, two key squad developments have reshaped Arsenal's transfer priorities. Miles Lewis-Skelly promoted. Any loan rumours surrounding the teenager have been completely put to rest. Lewis-Skelly's standout pre-season performances at inverted left-back have secured his spot in Arteta's active first-team rotation. Attacking budget shift. Impressive summer form from new attacking arrivals, alongside Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, means Arsenal will not spend heavily on another left winger. All remaining transfer funds are being reallocated directly towards securing defensive depth. Arsenal possess the attacking power and tactical setup to challenge on all fronts, but securing elite defensive cover for Saliba and Timber before deadline day could determine their silverware aspirations this season. Should Arsenal pay the £60 million asking price for Ezri Konsa, or walk away and look for another alternative? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below, hit that like button, and subscribe so you never miss breaking Arsenal transfer news.